Hi, my name's Bill Hornish. I have 25 years of experience supporting federal customers as an IT administrator, information assurance specialist, and I'm currently the business development manager for Splunk. FISMA is the Federal Information Security Management Act of 2002, which really brought information security to federal IT operations. It's been administered by OMB through the budget process. They've empowered NIST to define the standards for particular parts of the IT operation in order to have some standardization across the IT operations. One advantage of FISMA has been to bring a risk management approach to the federal government. Through an accurate inventory, you can really assess whether a small, medium, or large system is very important to the operations of the federal government, and then apply the right level of security controls to that system to ensure that it's meeting its business requirement, but also then the security mandates for the federal government. All of the agencies have implemented a security a strategy, security in-depth strategy with the firewalls and with IDSs and different vulnerability scanners. Those tools that are single-purpose tools are producing an incredible amount of data and are effective in their particular function. One of the issues has been that they produce an incredible amount of data that it's very difficult to look at. So the SIMs have been brought in, security information management systems, or large databases have been attempted to bring all of this data together and correlate it into some kind of coherent view of the network. But the basic issue has been that these just don't scale. In the large agencies, the SIMs that have been brought in just cannot handle the volume of data that are needed to really give a situational awareness type view of the network. And that's been the issue up till now. Is a lot of good things are going on. A lot of firewall. It's been implemented well, but it's not really able to give an accurate inventory of the network and what's going on a daily basis. And also, it's been difficult to do management reporting for a particular node or a particular area, subnet, or a building or bureau. And give really the management visibility that they're getting the return on investment in their security dollars. One of the biggest problems with FISMA has been the largest agencies have gotten the worst grades. DoD and state and other agencies like that have consistently gotten Fs. The reason is not because that those agencies are not doing security, because they are hardworking people that are doing their best every day. It's how do you measure a very large inventory and the ability for how do you measure a very large inventory and determine what are the controls in place at any given moment. The requirements to comply with FISMA from an IT data point of view are really you have to have the data. The security devices, the firewalls, the IDS, the vulnerability produce an incredible amount of data that is available. And it's performing its particular function very well, but it's difficult to bring that data together really to then determine the compliance requirements of having that particular data. How can I search through that information and ensure that I am compliant with the policies that FISMA has implemented or directed the agencies to do? How can I have a chain of evidence on a particular data to know that what I'm looking at has really occurred, and then be able to use that data later. And then it's the measurement of the security operations, performance-based contracts, SLAs, implementing those. How do you accurately measure the incident response team and the other teams that are being asked to meet the SLAs of not allowing a security event to occur, those type of things. So those are the main challenges of FISMA at this point. Based on my experience as a systems integrator at a large agency, We had tried to solve the problem of bringing all this information through a security information management system. It just didn't scale. It just was not able to handle the volume of data from all of the different data sources, the different data types, having to format the data as it was coming in. It was a very large, expensive, hard to maintain operation. We were looking for alternatives. So we downloaded Splunk, and within a few hours, we're able to get a functional product installed. And then within a few days, we really had solved the problem of bringing all of this data together and making it indexed and searchable and reportable. So we really were amazed at the product's ability to solve this problem. And now, instead of having to hold different data sources back because the database couldn't handle anymore, we're looking for more data. So we're really trying to get a universal view of the network and all of the devices. And the more data you have, the better. And Splunk can handle everything that we've thrown at it. Federal agencies should implement Splunk because it's the only product out there that can actually bring all of these security information together and allow it to correlate, to really be a coherent picture of your security posture. A lot of security information management systems have been brought into agencies, fallen flat on their face because they just don't scale to bring all of these different data sources together in a structured database. They just don't, they can't handle the volume of data in any kind of meaningful way. Splunk solves that problem. It brings all the data in, and you use the individual tools for what they're designed for. If you see an IDS signature fire, you investigate that against all the other data sources. So you can really know within a few seconds, instead of minutes or hours, whether you have an issue, and then use that to be the basis of your reporting and your incident response teams.